Hi there, it's Annette, your fairy dust nails, and I've already prepped my nails, taken off the old design which was black, made my nails a little bit shorter so that I can show you a shorter design, and then I've already prepped and primed the nails. So what I'm going to do now is just add a little bit of clear at the cuticle area so that we can put a new design on. There we go. I normally do this and just put a thin layer on, just where the outgrowth of the nail has been. So that when you do buff off the previous design, that you've got this little protective layer of clear acrylic on the natural nail. Then you don't have to buff right through or onto the natural nail every time you do a redesign. I do about 3 redesigns and then I do a full new set with extensions or tips. As you can see, there we go. I've done the clear and now we can start with the design. I'm going to start off with the cuticle area with a nice cover pink. Pressing it down and making it smooth to the front, checking that you know that you can have a proper apex, but this is just to have a nice clear design here at the back. So now I'm going to take a bead of clear and I'm going to add some fish scales, which is this light, like a holographic fish scale color. I'm just going to add that in there like that. Take another bit of clear. And then I'm going to have this very light pink glitter effect that I'm just going to fade in here at the free edge. And then I'm going to take a tiny bead of clear with a tiny little bit of rose gold, and I'm just gonna like fade it in here. Because I want like a layered effect. I mean, I'm really tiny little bit. Just there by the fish scale so that there's a little bit of a design going on there. Taking a tiny bit of clear and another bit of the pink and just adding it there as well. And now, of course, nice big bead of clear, and now we're going to encapsulate. And this is when you check that you have a proper apex so that there's strength to the nail. Taking my second bead. Oops, out of frame. I'm so sorry. And making it thick enough so that you can still buff the nail, shape the nail with the nail file without taking off your design. There we go. Now I'm going to move on to the next one. Taking a bit of a natural pink. Just doing a marble, pushing it back to the cuticle area. This acrylic that I'm using here to do this marble kind of a light effect with, I'm not going to encapsulate, as it actually is a strength powder. And I'm sure, as you all know, that doing your own nails is not always the easiest thing to do. Because when you do a client's nails, you've actually got both hands. But when you do your own, you've only got the one. Making sure that I pat the acrylic so that I don't have a lot of buffing to do. Let's see what we're going to do with the next one. Here I'm going to take tiny little beads, white, like a baby pink, like a lighter pink, a cover pink, and now I'm just going to take the tip of my brush that I've wet and I'm just going to swirl it through. It's going to look like a rose quartz kind of a look. I just press it down because I don't want to swirl it too much. And then I'm just going to top it up with some more little beads. Like this one I'm dipping into the cover pink and into the white. And I'm just shaping it and dragging it down. Not moving the acrylic too much. Make sure that it's nice and flat at the cuticle area. Because otherwise, if you don't move it too much, you smudge it into a one solid color, and that's not what you want. So now I'm dipping into white, cover pink, and then the lighter pink. Just going up to the side wall, making sure, just dragging it down like that. Taking some cover pink. And taking this other darker pink. I work in very tiny little beads because it's easy to add on, but it's not easy to take away, especially if you're doing a marbling effect. As you can see, it's coming along nicely. And now we need to put a little bit here. So I'm going to dip into the cover pink, into the other pink, a little bit of the white. So let's see where we are. Now I've got it, and the acrylic is still movable. Now I'm just pressing it down. And now I'm going to take a bead of clear and of course encapsulate. Make sure that you've got a proper apex. And work your way down with a bead to the tip of the nail or the free edge. Go. And there we've got the rose quartz. Now we just need to buff it. Now I'm going to take some cover pink. Work it out to the front of the nail or the tip of the nail. if you miss onto your cuticle area, make sure that you clean it up immediately. Rinse your brush, dry it off, and there we go. Then I'm going to take a bit of gold. Make sure that it's got a nice gradient. And then of course, encapsulate. I'm just going to turn my hand because it's very difficult. Then we go with a little finger again. Tiny bit of cover pink. A few fish scales. Same as the thumb. Clear bead with a very light pink color. A little bit there, and then of course at the tip. Because this is a very short design, you've got to make sure that you don't take too much, otherwise it's going to run all over the place. Rather take an extra little bit to finish off your design than have too much. There we go. Encapsulate. There we go, the application is finished. So what I'll do is I'm just going to buff off camera and then I'll be back to show you the end result.